Tony Robbins has written a book called Life Force, in which he talks about emotional homes. My yoga teacher, Jangir Sir, beautifully explored these emotional homes with us. So, negative emotional homes are homes or emotional spaces we return to again and again as a default mechanism. And all of us have a specific negative emotional homes. For some of us, it's the negative emotional home of blaming people when things go wrong, or being resentful and holding grudges against them for the pain they've caused us, or incapacity, inadequacy, or self-blame and incapacity, guilt, shame, fear, anxiety, anger. Each one of us has typical emotional homes depending on our past, which we get pulled into again and again and again. But we can build positive emotional homes for ourselves as well. In class today, we explored 5 positive emotional homes that we can transit to when negative emotional homes arise. The first positive emotional home was blessing, which is metta, the Buddhist practice of metta. So if it's myself that I'm feeling negativity towards, if I'm constantly flogging myself, constantly feeling incapable, then a beautiful thing is to give myself the self-blessing of metta. Just to repeat these words: may I be well, may I be happy, may I be peaceful, may I be free, blessing myself. As Galway Kinnell says, for everything flowers from within of self-blessing. Though sometimes it is necessary to reteach a thing its loveliness, metta helps me to relearn my own loveliness. Or I can send these phrases towards the difficult person. May you be well, may you be happy, may you be peaceful, may you be free. The second positive emotional home is surrender and offering. Mother says to remember and offer whenever I'm in a dark spot, to just offer the negativity to Mother or whoever my highest reverence is, with the feeling that I'm giving this away to you. Now it's your baby. I'm not going to break my head over it anymore. The third positive emotional home is seeing all as God. This will not work under 2 conditions. One condition is if I feel too much hatred for the person, then it won't help me to see that person as God if my hatred for that person in that moment is more than my love for God. Secondly, this won't work for me if I don't have an overwhelming love for God. But if I do have that overwhelming love for God, and I remember Mother's words, never fear anyone, everyone is me wearing a silly mask, or Sri Aurobindo's words, that every emotion you feel, you're finally feeling it towards God, because everyone is God. Just remembering that may help me soften towards the person. To remember that that person who's being so nasty is just Mother playing with me to bring out things that need to be brought out, seen and transformed. And the Mother in that person will be such that mother will never allow the form of that person to give me more pain than what's good for my growth. So that's the next emotional home, seeing all as God. The fourth emotional home is Kalyan Shraddha, faith in the goodness of life, faith in my own higher self, which is my ocean self, which I'm not aware of. I'm aware of my stream self, but the ocean self from behind is guiding the movements of my stream self, so that everything has a purpose, every detour has a purpose, and I can make it my mantra, that line from Savitri, a mighty guidance leads us still through all. The fifth positive emotional home could be gratitude. Whenever I'm stuck in negativity, let me consciously look for things to be grateful for. This person who's very difficult, can I find one or two nice things about that person and feed that gratitude rather than constantly seeing this is wrong, that is wrong? Or I can be grateful for the progress I've made through going through this difficulty. Or I can be grateful to the grace that's taking me through this difficulty. The moment a genuine vibration of gratitude arises in me, I transit to a beautiful, positive, emotional home. The sixth positive emotional home actually applies to all, just to remember that I always have a choice. My mind will dupe me into thinking that things are so bad that I have to feel bad. But take it from me, that's not true. See through that trick of your mind and always remember you have a choice. Mother says, life is a perpetual choice between truth and falsehood, light and darkness, progress and regression, the ascent towards the heights or the fall into the abyss. It is for each one to choose freely. So anytime I'm in the middle of a negative emotional state, I recognize it. I say, here I go again, feeling incapable, or here I go again, feeling guilt or shame or whatever. That brings consciousness to it. And then I bring consciousness to the positive emotional state and feed it till it grows.